Nvidia GeForce RTX 3090T Review. The GeForce RTX 3090T is a powerful graphics card, with generous cooling and many top-notch features. However, its hefty price tag might be the biggest challenge in showing it some love. So, potentially, perhaps the RTX 3090T is an incredible value graphics card still, only for a lone special consumer. A master creator in whom time is money but cannot stretch to the costly costs of proficient apparatus. The RTX 3090T is the apex of the current Ampere GPU family and may continue to exist alongside the upcoming RTX 40 series Lovelace cards. There may also be variations of existing GPUs that can fill in any gaps in the architecture. An outstanding illustration of the Ampere architecture is the RTX 3090T, which wields all that is accessible with the GA102 GPU. Its composition includes the entire 84 SMs and 10,752 CUDA cores. Also, it packs 84 devoted ray tracing cores and 336 tensor cores that help virtual simulations as well as DLSS applications. The RTX 3090, the card that this GPU is to replace, has slightly fewer CUDA cores, 2 RT cores, and 8 tensor cores. On the plus side, it has the same memory capacity with faster 21 gigabits per second memory compared to 19.5 gigabits per second on its predecessor. The Asus TUF RTX 3090T emits an agonizing sound. However, the time rate is much greater, with the new GPU specified to rise up to 1860 MHz. Rather than merely the 1695 MHz of the RTX 3090 Founders Edition we tried. It is worth noting that those are the indicated speeds. In evaluation, the RTX 3090 Fe ran at an average 1766 MHz while the Asus TUF RTX 3090 TOC here runs at an average 1990 MHz in our 4K Metro Exodus long-term stress test. When running in 1080p, the average GPU clock speed reaches a maximum of 2 GHz. Conversely, it requires intensive cooling to carry out operations and stay at temperate levels. Thus, Asus TUF RTX 3090T takes in 3.2x space, as distinct from the 2.7x the corresponding TUF RTX 3090. In short, this card is huge. It's a huge graphics card and instrument that looks almost ill-fitting. It also needs 3 8-pin PCIe GPU power connectors to plug in its triple-headed power adapter. It is quite discernible to state that the Asus TUF RTX 3090T produces enough sound. When taxed with gaming assignments, one might think it is in agony. Not to mention the fan sound, which remains astoundingly tranquil even during maximum load. It's the electrical murmur triggered by intensive gaming activities which are particularly difficult to put up with. My GPU is strained to its maximum trying to run the Horizon Zero Dawn benchmark. The RTX 3090 was an impressive graphics card for producers, offering far more than ever before in a consumer GPU and significantly more than the RTX 3080's new chipset could. It's worth noting that the performance gap between them is pretty much identical when using it for gaming and work-related tasks. The RTX 3090 has a 24GB frame buffer, giving it an advantage when it comes to graphics-intensive tasks such as real-time rendering in programs like Blender and Autodesk Maya. Not only does this improve the final render itself, but also provides huge speed gains when making small changes to a model, drastically improving workflow. The RTX 3090T doesn't offer much additional improvement,